Hello.
Welcome to the Must Love Yarn Cast.
We're back.
2 weeks. 2 weeks. And then I think it's going to be beginning of October before we're able to connect again, if I remember correctly.
Oh, because I'm going to be in Maine in 2 weeks.
Yeah.
So it'd be, right.
Yep.
Yeah.
So.
And Vermont Sheep and Wool is that
yes.
weekend. So we can talk about that.
Well, anyway, we'll take this conversation offline because we've already derailed this. So welcome, everybody. This is a yarn cast about yarn and fiber
Shockingly.
and knitting and sometimes crocheting and sometimes some other fiber related crafts that Jen and I like to dabble in, or even non-fiber related crafts.
Color. Lots of color.
All
in
kinds
my
of, crafty things happening in these parts.
Mm-hmm.
And you can find the store out on social media. Oh, and did I say that we're coming to you from our yarn shop in Shelburne, Vermont?
Well, let's say it again, if not.
Okay. We
are.
Where you can buy a lot of the things that we're going to talk to you about today. Or if we don't sell the particular yarn, we definitely can recommend substitutions or other suggested yarns that we do carry in store. And you can find the store on all forms of social media as Must Love Yarn.
Yeah.
So definitely most active on Instagram and Facebook. But you can find us on the World Wide Web and in Ravelry and Blue Sky. And I try to be good about posting over there. That I'm in charge of that account, so the lack of substance over there is entirely on me. So, yes. Yeah. And who am I? I'm Angela.
Also known as...
Oh, and you can find me on social media, Instagram, Ravelry, and Blue Sky as Junior Bird Kid.
So my handles are as follows. I am on Ravelry as J Arbuckle and Instagram as Jennifer_Arbuckle. And I am in Threads. I'm a fan of Threads a little bit, although it is a time suck.
Of course it is. And your name is Jen.
I am Jen. I already said that at the beginning, didn't I?
I don't think so.
Oh, that's who I am.
Totally off our game today.
It throws us off when we actually come on time. I figure most people know me by now, but if you are new to this exciting yarn cast,
this is always how it is. So
yeah,
it's always something.
Yeah, and I am vaguely on Blue Sky as J-Arbuckle at whoop-de-doo. I don't spend a lot of time over there, unfortunately. I had good intentions, but and also I own Bobolink's yarn, so I'm also piloting those ships.
And we link all of those in our show notes, and so if you missed it and when it popped up on the screen, or you want an easier link way to find it, we have them all linked in show notes to everything.
Or if this was confusing in any way.
Right. You were like, whoa, what is happening there? Who are these people? Why am I watching this?
Stay tuned. It gets better.
It does
I promise.
get better. Always gets
better.
We
will talk about yarn and knitting related
I mean,
things.
Starting right now. So
right.
We start our yarn cast every time with our yarn cast pick. And the way this works is we're going to show you a product and in store and online for a period of time, which has normally been 2 weeks, but I think it's probably going to be through the end of September at this point, because we're probably not yarn casting until October.
Yeah.
You get 10% off with the code that we'll give you. So we sort of keeping with our headed into fall thoughts for folks. We did a worsted weight yarn sort of last yarn cast. And this time we're moving over into a fingering weight wool yarn. So this is Shetland Light.
It's a very good substitute for anyone who is looking for Jameson's. Mm-hmm. I mean, obviously you can look for that as well. But these are 50 gram skeins instead of the 25 I think they mostly sell in.
Yep.
And they're what, $99?
$9.99 a skein. These are 50 gram skeins, 300 yards. So it's a light fingering.
Yeah.
For sure. And
organic Shetland wool.
100% wool. Like this will felt. Like this is not a machine washable type of yarn.
There's a lot of color in there. You can't really see.
But great for color work, beautiful knit up, just a really nice all around wool yarn. So perfect for those little sort of hat colorwork projects, like sweater colorwork projects.
Speaking of which,
You could use it for mittens or fingerless mitts, cowls. Like it's a really nice yarn.
yeah, it knits up beautifully and is really soft and drapey when it's knit. So this hat, here, I'm gonna put this over here for now. This hat was knit by one of our former employees. It is the Bonnie Isle hat by Linda Shearer. And it's really, I think it was one of the Shetland Wool Week patterns one year. So it's it just shows you how even with really subtle color changes, you get really a rich sort of, and it's just so lovely. Really nice feel.
So I think we could make the coupon code YP Shetland.
Sure.
For this, and this coupon code will run from today, the 12th, which is when this yarn cast will air, through the end of the month, so through September 30th.
Yeah, these are the colors we have in stock. We usually try to keep sort of a variety. There's a million colors, so we can also special order colors for you if you're looking for, a different palette or something. But and we'll probably have, as we get closer into the winter months, we'll probably add some more colors back in as well.
Yes.
But lots of good colors.
Those are great colors.
Really great. And again, it's such a lovely, it's a little bit hard to do the color justice on the screen because there's a lot of depth with the heather of the colors. And some of them, like this really sort of neutral brown, when you look at it up close,
it's got some
it's like gray and blue
and grays and
two colors of brown, tiny pops of
little like cream color almost. Like it would just, it's beautiful.
They're really beautiful.
So YP Shetland, now until September 30th, you can get 10% off. Just a reminder, if you're using that in store, you do need to relay the code to whoever's checking you out, because it's not an automatic application of the discount.
It's if you know, you know situation.
Totally. Yep. Sorry, I'm just trying to find the sweater that I'm wearing in my project.
Would you like me to start?
Yeah, maybe you should start, because for some reason I am not seeing it.
I am wearing my Argyle vest because it was cold this morning.
It was cold.
And it was like foggy and damp. And I thought, I'm going to wear that. And then I thought, you still haven't blocked it. But I'm wearing it anyways.
Sometimes wearing is blocking.
Yeah, no, this definitely needs a little blocking, I think, because it actually fits nicely, but I would like it to be a tiny bit longer. And when it blocks, I think it will down. But it's really soft and lovely. This was the Argyle sweater, or vest, excuse me. Argyle vest by Sandy Rosner. And it was knit with Queensland, Calf, Mandu, Aran weight yarns. So the pattern, of course, is like you need, multiple skeins of whatever. I will say, not for nothing, that the Argyle pieces of it take very little yarn. I used 3 skeins of the gray, and I used I guess maybe I haven't measured how much I used of the other ones, but because I just noticed that my amounts are not in here. But maybe before Friday, I will update that on here. I might not, but I will try. Anyway, I still have very large balls of everything left, even the blue and the pink. And it's on the back as well, the pattern. So I changed the pattern a tiny bit since you're still scrolling.
I literally cannot find this in my projects.
I'm trying to remember what it's called. Campfire?
Maybe.
Campfire, maybe. I don't know. In the pattern, they actually used the 2 colors from the Argyle diamonds on the border of the ribbing, but I didn't want to do that. I wanted it to be white. So, because otherwise you would use 8 yards of the white and a whole skein of the white. Also, I just didn't really want the color up here as well.
Yeah.
So, anyway. So I will say it's nice and cozy when it's 48 degrees out, although it's supposed to warm up. And actually, even by the time I left the house, I think it was almost 60. So,
Yeah.
And the sun came out on my way here. So,
I'm probably going to take this off shortly because it is going to be too warm for a wool cardigan
all
today.
day.
So I did put on a wool cardigan. This is the farmhouse cardi.
Oh, campfire farmhouse. Yeah. I think you made something called campfire around the same time.
Campside.
Campside. Okay, that's right.
Yeah. So it's a DK weight sweater. The pink is Malabrigo Arroyos. The color stripes are Feederbrook Farm. They're Entropy DK, and I think this was just one of their like mill ends. I get those sometimes, so it's just like random sorts of color. And the charcoal gray is Barocco Ultra Wool in their DK weight yarn. So it's just a fun little color work.
It's a nice cardigan.
Sweater. It's a nice little cardigan with a shawl collar, meant to just kind of
throw
on. Perfect for a day like
in the farmhouse
today.
As you're wandering around your farmhouse.
in my farmhouse. And I also wore my Flock Fiber Festival t-shirt.
Look how cute
that I got. I know, isn't that adorable? Yeah, so fun.
Look at all the fiber things.
I know, such a fun logo. As a t-shirt underneath, because part of me was like, is it even too hot for a sweater? Maybe I'll just wear a t-shirt.
It was much foggier in my house, apparently. I woke up really early this morning after going to bed a little bit later than usual, so maybe I was just tired this morning also.
I got really hot, but also it could just be me moving around because I was sweating by the time I got into the car, and I was like, oh my God, I'm so hot in this sweater. But it's fine. I'm fine now.
Yeah, I had a sort of quiet start to my morning. I started a new project this morning.
Oh, I started a new one yesterday. I got totally distracted.
Like we finished anything. Do we have any FOs? We already had this conversation once, but I
FOs,
forgot already.
I'm leaving it on the FO list. So for those of you playing along with the deer camp hats, I am now at 7.25 finished hats. So I have 7 complete hats. So clearly I've made the decision to do the 10.
You're never going to want to pick up that pattern again when you're done with them.
No, I'm going to be like, nope, that's it. If you didn't get in this time, never again. So
make your own hat. Here, I'll teach you how.
I'll teach you how to knit. 7 completely done. Number 8 has been cast on and is about a quarter of the way done. So I have 2 3/4 left to go. My goal is to get them done sooner rather than later. So they're just done. They're off my plate. I can focus on other things. So that's where we are right now.
And the reason we don't share them on the
Yarncast,
one by one is because
they are not safe for work. Not safe. They're
naughty. The deers are naughty.
It's a naughty hat, which is why they're funny, and which is why I think it's hysterical.
It's not immediately obvious, but if you look for a second or two,
it can be
pretty obvious.
I do have a project page for them. It gets a number of views. And I do link to them in show notes. So if you want to go take a look and
I could imagine that it's probably a fairly popular pattern.
I would think so too. If
you're going to have to knit something for deer camp, you might as well knit something that brings you a little humor.
It's a colorwork hat, so I'm knitting in blaze orange and black.
Which you're also probably really tired of.
Safety hat.
Right. Yes.
But anyway, so I have some of those done. That's kind of what I've been working on, along with sort of my other whips that have been here forever.
Yeah. So. But no actual finished objects.
No, other than the deer camp hats, which I did not bring.
So we have a shared FO that I'll share.
Yay!
So we talk about this a bit in the outtake. So Ange came over last Sunday, and we dyed some more of my yarn.
If you want to see Jen post about it, because I was taking a bunch of pictures for her. I'm like, I'm taking pictures. And I sent them to her, and I was like, here you go. Here you go. It's fine.
So we knit, there's another pink version, but they're close together. One is a little bit brighter and darker than the other one. So these are all knit on dyed on what happens to be the gray base of the yarn. This was sport weight. So these three we did, right?
I love those together.
We did, yeah, I know, I do too, actually. We did pink, and then purple. The purple has quite a bit of pink in it because it came out of the pink pot. And then the green, I don't remember why we did this, but I
think it was kind of an accident. One of them was an accident.
Yeah.
You were trying for a different color.
Yeah, right. Oh, and we did dark brown.
We did dark brown.
Yeah, which I didn't bring with me today.
Did it end up as like a kind of a chestnut?
Yeah, no, it's a nice dark brown. And then I also had dyed in a previous batch like an orange kind of fall color, which is beautiful on the white yarn. It gets very muted and kind of, it's fine, but it's not exciting on the gray yarn. It's interesting how differently the gray yarn takes color sometimes. So I overdyed it, and
it's actually a really nice kind
ended up with like this really dark olive green, which is not really my jam, but it's a nice color, and there are many people who will be very excited about it. Hopefully. So, and even so, actually, all of them
those together look great.
Yeah. So this will be coming to you if you come to Rhinebeck. And then afterwards it'll be on the website. And then Friday, I started experimenting with multicolored yarns because that's, I have watched some videos. I wasn't quite sure exactly how this would work. So I have proven that trying to speckle non-superwash yarn is difficult.
Yep.
So I did this yarn, but I'm probably going to do them a little bit differently. But these are both, so I did, this is like the snow liege colorway. For those that are in the North Country, when it snows on the foliage, that's what you end up with.
Yep.
So this was just a bunch of fall colors. So I do like the way it turned out. These are 50-gram skeins of Romney, actually. They're still damp, even though they were dry, but then they just got damp again because it's damp out. So it was fun to sort of figure it out. These are one of a kind. I have, 10 of them, but it gave me a really good understanding of how it will take color and how I would do things a little bit differently. And then there's this one, which I sort of think of as lakes and mountains, or mountains and lakes, which are sort of our colors here in Vermont, in this part of Vermont that we live in. So, and also I had wanted some white to show on them. So this one I may overdye a little bit. But actually,
I kind of like it.
Once they were dry, like when they're wet, you're like, But when they dry, they fluff out a little bit, and you're like, oh, and the colors lighten up a little bit. And so, yeah, I think they're both, for my very first attempt, I'm not sad.
No, I think they turned out great.
I think they're kind of fun. So I have a brain, an idea for 2 other multicolored ones. Like one for each season was sort of my original plan. This is sort of an off kilter one, but so anyway, so more to come, but that was a lot of trial and error. I will also say that this is much more time consuming, just because you just have to, these are just much faster, and you can do them in bigger quantities at one time. This light is annoying me today that it keeps shutting off. Anyway, so I learned a lot on Friday afternoon. It was fun.
It was fun.
Those are my finished objects, but then I have a half off.
I don't even have anything that looks like that, so go for it.
So this is unfortunately for you folks, for the next couple months, all of my knitting will be Bobolings related. This is fingering weight that we kind of had a hard time selling in our store. This is from a year ago, maybe, that Katie did, but I couldn't really understand it because the colors are really fun, and I think that in the skeins it's hard to visualize for people. So I have a bit of it to bring with me to Rhinebeck, and so I wanted to do a quick little sample just to show people,
like, this is what it looks like.
Because it's done in chunks, the color, and so there are like mini little stripes. So I'm not much of a sock knitter. This is a 75-25, but I thought a mitt is a sock in other form.
Yep.
So it's interesting because it stripes.
But you also get some pooling.
Well, the pooling is because of the thumb. Because you're adding all those stitches. It took me a minute to figure that out, and then because as soon as I finished the thumb gusset, it went back to doing
striping.
Little stripes instead. So yeah. So anyway, there's a couple different versions of this rainbow yarn, and that I'm bringing with me. So I just wanted to do a quick. This is actually Happy Scrappy Fingerless Mitts. I think maybe it's like a really great little. I think it's a free pattern. And I will probably not make the other one for this because I have to focus on getting things done.
Mm-hmm.
Happy Scrappy Fingerless Mitts by Michelle Leanne Martin. That's the pattern. So it's meant for scraps and fun stuff. But it's a nice, like, it's just a really nice size and very simple, straightforward pattern, which I think is what sometimes people are looking for.
Absolutely. You know, that would probably also work really well with those
marled mitts
that I was making last year.
Yeah, I was going to do one.
Because it would pick up the...
Yeah. I was going to do one of those as well. And I looked them up the other day and I put them in my favorites. I forgot what they're called. It's a funny name that does not...
It's called the November Mitts Marled. And if those of you remember, I was using Woolens and Nosh yarn held with a solid fingering weight, and so it's stripes, but it's also they're thicker too.
Yeah, these would stripe the same, but they won't stripe the same way.
Right.
Instead of being thicker stripes, which is because you're marling it.
Right.
You're getting more. You'll have skinnier stripes if you use these, but yeah. So I thought about that, and I went stalking you on your Ravelry page to find them, and it took me a minute because they have a funny name, and it took me a while to find the
they
name.
They may end up looking something like this, because this was another. That was a yarn that had. I think it was actually technically supposed to be for making those little like neps, like the color, like where
I did
you do
intentional.
It is intentional pulling, but it's designed to make those little like cluster stitches where the color is. But with the marling, it doesn't. It like calms it out a little bit if you're just using it straight up for knitting. So yeah. Anyway,
I think I just have always liked these colors, and I couldn't understand why they weren't selling well in the store. I think they just needed a sample. Because look how cute they are.
That's so cute.
So cute.
What's not to love about that?
I know.
That's
and
adorable.
They're such an easy, I mean, I don't even know, you could probably get at least 2 pairs of mitts out of 100-gram skein, maybe even 3.
Mm-hmm.
So, and maybe depending on if you do like one of these and something like the other one. So anyway, these are there to sell the yarn and also fun.
Yeah, totally.
Plus it's as I said, it's a free pattern, and it's great because it's like the basic mitt. So you can do anything you want with it. You could do scraps, you could do straight up, it could be solid colors, you could do a little cable if you wanted to, you could do whatever.
Totally.
But yeah.
All right.
Now down to 2 whips.
Whipses. Let's bust out the whips that I've been working on for a while now, which is the Florence sweater.
Ooh, it's back.
It's back. No, not that. You're thinking of Sleeping Beauty.
Oh.
Sleeping Beauty is still in timeout.
Sorry. I got excited.
I know. Still in timeout. It will be for a little bit. So,
all right.
Florence sweater. There goes my ball of yarn that was tucked into my sweater. So this is by Eleanor Mortensen, and I think when we were here last time, I was talking about how I thought that I was going to go do some sleeves, because sleeves take more yarn than you think they're going to, and I wanted to be able to use the rest of the yarn that I have for the body, so I can maximize the body length on this. So I have one finished sleeve, which is very exciting.
Mm-hmm. There's no color on there, huh?
No color on the sleeves.
Yeah.
So this used about the amount of yarn that I was anticipating, which is almost one full skein. So
really, for the whole?
50
they're
gram,
50
they're
gram
50 gram
skeins.
skeins.
Yeah.
I did have a little bit, like enough left to add 3 more rows to the bottom of the sweater. So there was just a little teeny tiny bit left. So I have one sleeve all the way done, and second sleeve is about halfway through the decreases. So a little less than half done with sleeve number 2.
And then you'll have how much left?
I have one full skein
Oh,
of the
that's
brown.
good. Yeah.
So I think it's going to be plenty long for sure.
Yeah.
And
you'll have a little blip from that for 3 more rows.
3 more rows
after the other sleeve is
from
done.
this, and then the rest of the body. So I'm going to get plenty of length out of the body.
That's good.
Which is good because so this is a super fun pattern. I've really enjoyed the color work on this. I am using the Junction Fiber Mill yarn. So this is their Making Tracks Light, the green. This is the Sea Glass colorway. And then the brown is just a mill blend light. So it's, it's 200 yards for 50 grams skein. So I think it's technically a sport. It's a very light sport.
I was going to say slash
fingering. I mean, it looks, particularly the brown.
It's really nice. It feels nice.
It's a very,
it's pretty skinny.
It almost looks like the Shetland Light. Like you could probably use Shetland Light for this pattern if you wanted.
Well, that's 600 yards for 100 grams. So
yeah.
Yeah.
But it's very fluffy. You can I can already tell when it gets blocked, it's gonna bloom and fluff out and be really, really nice. I will say they have Eleanor Mortensen has released a hat pattern. So if you wanted to make something like this but didn't want to have to knit a whole sweater, it's got this sort of
I love
I
think I said this last time, but I loved the dark to light.
Yeah.
And then the fact that the darker green is used again on the body because you can really see it. I think the white, it'll probably lighten up as you get towards the bottom, but it's it stands out more against the brown than the other color.
I think I'm
and it kind of ties it together nicely.
Really happy with the direction that I chose. So this is basically one skein, and then it switches over to the second skein sort of down in here. And so when I wound them, I had to decide which direction I was going to, I had to do some planning ahead because otherwise it would have been like,
which way you want to
which way you go.
Pull.
And this skein started with a little bit of the lighter color in with the green. So it just, when you look at it up close, it looks like it's all one skein of yarn. It was all planned, and it was all kind of hangs together. It was
planned.
It was, it was planned. But anyway, I'm loving the green.
Yeah, it's pretty.
The pattern used like reds and oranges and stuff, also really gorgeous. But the second I saw this green, I was like, oh no, that's got to be it. I'm gonna do a different color.
I could imagine. I mean, with a lighter background, like those darker colors would be beautiful. But against this dark brown, I think the green is pretty. Bless you. Uh-oh. Bless you. It's allergy season.
So for sure this should be done by the time we yarn cast next.
Yeah.
I have been, working on it quite a bit.
Yeah.
Here or there in amongst these other projects. So this is like my primary project. It's a little bit travel-y now. The sleeves,
it's taking up more space. Yeah.
It takes up more space. It's bigger. But I can work on this.
Oh, because of the sleeves. Yeah.
On the go. But even down here, like this, I have this memorized, so I don't actually even need the pattern for doing the color work at this point.
You just have to keep counting. But
it's easy enough to count the rows.
Yeah. I of course would have 100 stitch markers because I don't like to count because it slows me down. So my family is currently watching the Lord of the Rings trilogy. So last weekend we started the first one, and we have the extended version DVD set that they released back when the movies first came out. You could get them at holiday time. So each movie's 4 hours long. It's crazy. So we watched the first one last weekend. We watched the Two Towers last night. So this basically whole sleeve was knit during Lord of the Rings last night. So it's you can definitely work on it while
doing other things, at least for me at this point.
Yeah.
So good progress on that.
Yeah.
That's pretty exciting.
How many whips do you have?
I have 3 whips with me.
All right, we can alternate then.
Okay.
I was pretty monogamous in my limited knitting time, and I think I had maybe just cast this on,
We're
or had
in the
just
ribbing,
was
maybe
in the ribbing.
Just got out of the ribbing.
So this is the Cow Ela vest by Baby Cocktails or Thea Coleman. It's such a lovely. I'm so excited about it. Actually,
it's beautiful.
Yeah, and it obviously, because it has not been blocked, it's a little hard to see the lace, but you can see. I just started the cables, so I'm up in the cable section now, and I've done like 2 cables, I think, rows. It's starting to, and it's funny because this yarn is very rustic, and I was a little concerned about it, but I feel like it's getting softer the more I knit with it, and it hasn't even been, it's been washed once to get the spinning oils off of it, but it has not. And at first I was like, you can't really see the pattern, but it's starting to really show. And once it's blocked, I would also say I use the size 6 needle that she calls for in the pattern. I have gotten to be a little bit more of a looser knitter, and there's a small part of me that was like, maybe I should have gone down a needle size, but I'm okay with the fact that it will be sort of loose, loosely patterned, because you don't lose the pattern definition. You can still see it. Particularly as I hold it up and look at it there, I can see that it's still showing. So once it's blocked, it'll be lovely, and it's for rustic-ish farm yarn, Coopworth farm yarn. It's pretty soft actually.
Yeah, it's not
surprised. So it feels a little bit rougher when you're winding it.
And
or
I think when you wash it again, if you wash it with some wool wash, it'll soften up even more.
Yeah, this was just washed with Synthropol to get the greasy grease off. But anyway, so I've made a fair amount of progress because I think even I was pretty busy last weekend, 3-day weekend, so there wasn't much knitting time in there. So I have been carting it to work with me and knitting a little bit during those long calls.
Nice.
But anyway, so I'm excited, and it's it's moving along. So and it's a vest. So
no sleeves.
Once I get up to the top, I'm done.
Sleeves.
Yeah, exactly.
Sleeves take a lot of time. They take more time and yarn.
Well, they're like a front. People don't like if you turn the sleeve out flat, it's at least a front. Together, the two of them.
Yeah.
So, and maybe a little bit more actually. Yeah. Particularly if they're long or full or have some shape to them or whatever. Yeah.
Yes. Hence, using 50 grams of yarn for sleeves.
And wanting to get them done first, I can understand that because I sometimes do that. Otherwise, you end up with short sleeves or shorter sleeves, which is fine. I don't mind because
or you stop the body early because you want to make sure you have enough yarn for sleeves, and then you do the sleeves, and then you're like, oh, I could have added another inch to the body of the sweater.
Oh, you finish it, shorter than you want it to be.
Yeah. Just to make sure you don't run out for the sleeves. So I definitely, if you're, close on your yardage, would, particularly for long, even for short sleeves, like get a few inches on the body, right? So it doesn't flip around. Do the sleeves, and then whatever you have left is for the body of the sweater.
Especially when you're knitting with real wool, because you can just splice it. It's easy peasy, no ends.
That's what I did with that 3 rows. So it's spit spliced. Did the 3 rows. It's ready for the next little chunk to knit the next 3 rows, and then I'll attach the final ball. So it's so much easier to do that.
It's funny because I never used to do that until last 5 or 6 years, and I think back there's 15 years
game changing.
Yeah. Definitely is.
Yeah. Also one of the upsides for real wool.
Yes.
So I have 2 new projects. One that I had talked about last time with the leftovers of this Woolens and Nosh yarn, and I was back and forth. Am I going to do this? Am I going to do a hat? And I decided to do a sock head hat. So you can see this yarn is I'm clearly threw this in my bag, sort of mid. So that much, and it's all scrunched up on my needles. It's like 144 stitches, so don't worry. It definitely will be big enough for a hat. It's just everything's all jammed in there. So I'm in the brim, and what I will do is with my little counter color here, I will knit the brim as long as I have solid color left, and then I will switch over to the stripy yarn. So we'll see what kind of little cute stripes I get on that. These were slightly bigger stripes, but not huge stripes. So I'm expecting like, two or three rows maybe for the striping on the hat. So,
and were they varied stripes in the socks, or were they all the same?
Because
sometimes she does that.
They were all the same length.
Yeah.
So it'll be consistent all the way through.
Yeah. It's very nautical. It'll be
fun.
It
is very nautical. But again, one of those projects I can just do, pick up, put down, walking around, standing.
All of the immense number of sporting things that you're
talking to people. And then they think it's like sorcery because they're like, how are you doing that? I was like, just lots and lots of practice, guys.
Muscle memory.
It's all muscle memory at this point. And you don't see me working on, sweater projects when I'm standing and knitting. Like that's a sit down project.
Yeah.
Or cable or lace or, things like that. It's stuff where you just go in a circle.
Yeah. Yeah.
So.
Well, speaking of hats, so two things. So the National Needle Arts Association email came through last week sometime, and so they've decided that Make a Hat Day is September 15th.
All right.
So that is not what inspired me for my next project, but I thought I would mention it to you, and we can talk to Bella about it as well when we meet later this morning. Because it's kind of fun. Let's have a
deer camp hat to
You have about 53 hats on the go right now, so you can choose which project you would like to highlight. But it does seem like it would be a fun thing to do, so I think we should do a little something. Although the 15th strikes me as being a weird day.
Isn't it? It's like in the middle of the week,
like a Tuesday, maybe?
Let's look.
I don't know why it would be. Because if today is the
It's
7th,
a Monday.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Why would it not be a weekend day?
I don't know.
But anyway. So I had seen when Caitlin Hunter or Boylan Knitworks had released the Ovis sweater, which you can sort of see in the background there. And I was eyeballing it thinking, oh, isn't that cute? And then, and I've been thinking a little bit about a sheep hat of my own to design, and I haven't gotten my act together because, I've been doing a few other things.
Yeah.
And then I saw that she released the hat last night or yesterday. So I downloaded the pattern and I started it this morning because it's so cute. Who cannot make it? So, plus, once again, in my use of bobolink yarn. So again, much like Ange, I cast it on this morning and I knit one row. And I've just joined and have been working a tiny bit. So natural gray, natural white. This is BFL. This is Coopworth. But I'm going to knit them together. So the sheeps will be the white part and the gray will be the background. I might do some kits with it. I would mention that it is DK weight. She suggests that you could carry a string of mohair with whatever the lighter color is for the sheep, so they're fuzzy.
That would be
assuming, but I'm going to just do it straight up because I think it will still be cute. And as I said, I might do some. Plus, this BFL is really soft and has a nice halo to it. So. So stay tuned. It's so nice. This will be a sample for the show.
Awesome.
As well. And also I should mention that she does, it's interesting. So she's knitting it with a US 5 for the ribbing and a US 7 for the mane. So as I mentioned, same yarn. This is a US 6. And it has, pretty good stitch definition, but it's pretty loose. And so I'm going to knit mine on a smaller needle.
I'm thinking if you were using a true DK or...
This is exactly the same weight that she calls for in the pattern.
No kidding.
Yeah, exactly. Like she's using a DK that is 250 yards and 100 grams, and this is 260 yards and 100 grams. So it's exactly this. I mean, it's not
Practically the same.
tiny bit thinner, but barely. So, you know, it's stranded. Some people, when they do color work, like to have a bigger needle. But I looked at, you know, what I have done and where the stockinette sections are, and I don't really want to.
A big open loose.
I don't want to see the color behind here.
Mm-mm.
So, and again, I have turned into more of a looser knitter than I used to be. So anyway, so I went down. I'm using a 4 for the ribbing, and I'm probably going to use a 5 for the color work section. And we'll see if I decide that it's too tight. Who knows?
That's interesting. So these deer camp hats are on worsted weight yarn, and I'm using
A 7.
a 6 and a 7.
Yeah.
So
It's a big needle. And, you know, when I look at the hat, I mean, her bottom ribbing is pretty open and
yeah.
whatever, which is fine. I just, and it will be softer and drapier if it's that, but I think just knowing, it happens to be that I'm working with it right now on the vest,
Yeah.
and so I know what my gauge is looking like on a 6, and, you know, I just want it to be a little bit tighter than that. So I'm knitting the medium size, which I think actually will fit me. And if not, it will be a shop sample, so it does not matter.
awesome. No, amazing.
So that'll be fun. I've been very monogamous to that vest, and I guess although I made the med in between as well, but that was like a 1-day project. It was fast. I think I want to bang out the hat quick so I can figure out what I'm doing with it.
Yeah.
So.
So I got a little distracted yesterday with a new project, as one does. You know, I think Jen and I, did you knit yours?
Yes.
Jen and I both knit emotional support chickens. Like,
Yes, because then I gave you one, right?
you gave me the kit.
The tail feathers.
Yeah,
Yes.
Tail Feather Swift. Yeah. But there's been a new version of this released, if folks have seen. So it's Emotional Support Chicken Junior.
Oh, it's a smaller one.
So it's a smaller one.
Oh,
and
yeah.
I thought, how cool is that?
The
Because
baby chickens.
the Emotional Support Chicken, it's not small. It's a large stuffed
You might need a small friend.
animal.
Yes, mine sits in a bowl on my
Yeah.
counter,
So I
watching TV with me.
for reference,
That's the whole tail.
yeah, that's the tail.
Mhm.
So you can see that it is going to be. Sorry, my yarn is a mess because I'm changing colors and doing other things. It's going to be quite a bit smaller.
Is it on a worsted weight, or that looks
Still.
heavier?
No,
Oh.
still same.
Oh, that's
Same.
like peace fleece or something.
Same type,
Huh.
same gauge of yarn. So very, very much smaller. So this is the tail piece for the junior emotional support chicken.
Mm-hmm.
And it clearly small. I mean, look, it's sitting in the hand.
Yeah.
The bottom one there. So again, very quick project. Yeah. Like this was probably 30 minutes of knitting at the most, and some of that time was me trying to find the bag with the yarn that I
leftovers
knit a prior support chicken out of, because I've knit a couple of them, but they're big.
Yeah.
So this is intriguing to me.
Yeah.
This little one.
Yeah. I'm trying to remember what mine is named. Henrietta White. I think Betty White.
Yeah.
That doesn't have a.
This doesn't have. Oh yeah, this doesn't have a name because I'm just using scraps.
We'll still need a name.
Green chicken.
Green chicken.
Green chicken. It's
green eggs and ham.
Green eggs and ham. That's funny. So anyway, so if you had been eyeballing the emotional support chicken, but you were like, that's gigantic and way too big.
Although it is a nice size.
It is a nice size for cuddling, but so is this. This is almost like a pocket chicken. There's now a junior version to it. So
that's a good idea.
You're welcome, everybody.
It would be interesting, actually. I guess you could. I think people probably did this. You could. I guess you'd have to adjust the number of stitches. I was just thinking you could knit it at a much smaller gauge. Like you could knit it like fingering weight on small needles.
Yeah.
And it would probably be smaller.
Yeah, it would definitely be smaller. I don't know how much smaller.
Yeah.
When I finish this one, I'll bring it in.
Yeah.
With the actual full-sized one, so you guys can see the difference. I tend to really stuff mine, so they become very big. They're very squishy though, and just so much like.
I do give mine a snug every now and then.
Yeah. Yeah.
She sits in the living room with me.
Nice.
Yes. Georgie the cat doesn't seem to care about her, so. But right now, poor Georgie the cat is living in a living room that is full of yarn, like overflowing bins and bags.
It's amazing that he's not interested in it at all.
No, he just hops over it to get where he needs to go. Thank God he's not. I mean, in fairness, most of it is skeined. The stuff that's loose is, in hanks, but it's it is mostly contained in bags. And now that I'm skeining and labeling it, then it's going into the blue IKEA bags. So,
Nice.
yeah. So.
All
right.
So that's I think I'm sure there's some upcoming projects that I would want to talk about, but I don't even know what those are right now.
I'm focused on this right now.
So I did link for everybody in the show notes last week. Festival season starting. We've been talking a lot about Vermont Sheep and Wool. We've been talking about Rhinebeck. And we've also mentioned a few other events that happen leading up to Rhinebeck down in that area. So I have linked to all of those for folks. So Vermont Sheep and Wool, New York Sheep and Wool, India Untangled, Wool and Affair, Cakepalooza. If there's any others that I have not mentioned for those 2 weekends, please let me know. I'm happy to add them to the list. I feel like there's new events popping up all the time, particularly around New York Sheep and Wool Festival time.
Yeah.
And I think the last time I checked, there were still tickets available to some sessions of India Untangled, some sessions of a Wool and Affair, and same with Cakepalooza.
And I think we have our tickets for India Untangled are late in the day, like 4 or something.
Yeah, like the last session of the day.
Because I think we will be
setting up your booth.
My booth.
And it'll
Friday.
Either be a nice break for us to go do something else and then come back to finish setting up the booth,
I think it'll
or
be
we'll
set up.
be done. And
I'm sort of experimenting with timing and everything just with one person, so it'll be. I don't think it'll. I mean, we might need to be over there as soon as they let us in, but
that's fine. Yeah. That's doable.
Yeah.
Actually, that's probably preferred because then if there's we need to run to the store for something, or we have some flexibility. For that. So, we do have one sort of epic cow that's going on right now. So it's we did label it the "What Are You Wearing to Rhinebeck Along," but we've kind of expanded that. So there's a chatter thread, an FO thread for your finished objects. And then we have Wear Your Object to Rhinebeck weekend. So it could be, basically, what are you wearing that weekend? And then we're doing the same thing for Vermont Sheep and Wool. So what are you wearing to Vermont Sheep and Wool? And if you can't go or you're not here local, what are you wearing that particular weekend? So we're going to open up the thread the morning of the festival. We're going to close it on the Sunday in the evening.
Perhaps, obviously, it should be a made garment.
Handmade.
A handcrafted garment.
Handcrafted. Yep, whatever
crochet,
it is.
whatever, but
yep, whips are allowed. That's
not
also,
just a t-shirt and shorts.
Right.
Unless they're new.
Well, I mean, but if it's, I'd probably allow it if it's, fiber themed, right? You could, if it's really hot that weekend and you are just...
No, I just meant please don't just post your sweatpants and sweatshirt.
Yeah. No, it's
What
gotta be subject matter relevant.
Right.
Whether
we will probably be
it's a hand knit item or
loose about that
something
definition, but
fiber related. If it's a t-shirt kind of situation, that's also I'll allow it.
Maybe with a whip.
Yeah, totally. You guys know the drill. You know we're loosey goosey, but also right? No,
it has to be relevant.
It has to be relevant. Subject. We have to have subject matter jurisdiction over the thing, which means fiber, yarn related, or handmade of some sort.
This was distracting me and I didn't know.
No, okay.
Just a tag.
So that's really the only one that's going right now. I think when we come back in October, we'll have had some time, or I will have had some time to think about what we want to do next. So we'll be starting a new round of cows in October.
We might have some inspiration from our travels. So, I'm kind of thinking about going to Vermont Sheep and Wool on Saturday.
Let's chat, because I think out of the 2 days on Saturday, that possibly is going to work better for me.
When ideally we were going to yarn cast on Sunday.
Right.
So, Although you could go afterwards, I guess.
Though it's
I will be
it's
here.
a long drive.
Yeah, I'll be here. But anyway, I just, even though I'm not vending there this year, I want to be present.
Okay.
And there's some people I'd like to talk to. And
Okay.
Kelly's vending, so
We could go say hi to our Kelly.
go, if you're going to Vermont Sheep and Wool, make sure you go say hi to her.
Say hi. And I'm sure
Yeah.
Fiber Stash is there, and
Yeah.
Katrinkles is usually there. Like there's
Yeah.
the Junction Fiber Mill. Like there's all the people are there.
Kingdom Fleece.
Kingdom Fleece.
I had a nice conversation with the
Green
woman at
Mountain
Aurora
Spinnery.
Spinnery last week. So
yeah.
Anyway, that's and then all the other weekends I'll be dyeing yarn, but that weekend.
So I will say,
That's my
I
current
will put have some little like stitch marker packets with me for that. Or we're gonna take some for Rhinebeck weekend too, but I'll have some with me there. So if you see us at Vermont Sheep and Wool, come say hi, and we'll give you a little packet.
Yeah.
Which means I need to get my stuff together and get some made up. So for that weekend,
Oh, there's still
be
plenty
here
of time.
before I know it.
Yes, it will be fast, but it also means September will be over, which is hard to imagine right now since we're just starting. But
right. Yep.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
there we go.
Yeah.
So I think, as always, folks, thanks for coming and hanging out with us for a little bit.
And if you're new and you lasted this long,
congratulations.
See, we did it. We pulled it all together.
We did. And there's, some funny bits at the end where we save a lot of more of our chit chat and like what we're up to personally and that kind of thing. Some people love it. Some people don't like it. We try to leave it at the end, but for us, it's actually at the beginning. So it's like backwards land. Do we do that part first?
Right.
Get it out of the way.
Yes.
But
so we can get right to the knitting content at the beginning.
Right. And then we just, when I edit it, I flip them. So anyway, fun times.
Smoke and mirrors.
Smoke and mirrors. Don't look behind the curtain.
That's right.
But
oh, so true.
Thank you for spending some time with us, hanging out with us.
Thanks for coming.
Hopefully we'll see some of you
in person.
In October.
Yeah, for sure.
So be exciting.
And if not, maybe here in the meantime.
Yeah, exactly. So happy crafting.
As you're getting ready for those events.
Happy crafting, whatever your craft of choice is. Knitting, spinning, weaving,
sewing,
hand stitching, sewing, whatever it is, felting. Who knows? It's all great. We dabble in most of those.
We do. Yeah.
But we'll
see you.
We'll see everybody soon. So,
all right.
Thanks. Bye. Turning it on. I don't have any idea what's happening.
Right.
It's Sunday. I'm here. I have sports schedules that are just constantly changing because of weather stuff. In fact, we moved up this yarn cast time because of sports stuff that now have been canceled. I think it'll all be fine.
Yeah.
Anyway.
I can drink my smoothie shake.
There you go. Yeah, see, it'll be fine. So it's only been 2 weeks.
I know.
Which is great.
And I have, I don't have any, I have a half-o. I have a hoe.
You?
Well, I have some finished objects, but they're different. This new dying world that I now live in.
Yeah. No, I know.
But we share that, actually. It's a shared FO.
I helped Jen. It was fun. We had a good time.
Awesome.
We knocked out like 60 skeins of yarn that morning.
Yeah, and then that afternoon I overdyed the ones that I didn't like.
You did?
Not the ones from the morning, but the other ones.
Yeah, the other ones you didn't like. Yeah.
So there's a group that's now purple and a group that's now like a bright blue.
Ooh.
Yeah, but they're tonal because the other colors are still underneath them.
That's awesome.
Yeah. All good.
Yeah, if you need more help in the coming weeks, just
it's
let me know.
Yeah, next weekend I will definitely be dyeing, but it will be a small batch because it's just small stuff.
Okay.
And then I'm going to Maine, and on my way to Maine, I'm picking up another batch of yarn, which is exciting because I was kind of afraid I might not have that yarn, but now I'm going to, which
now you got to
makes
do
me
something
feel.
With it.
Well, then I have.
Are we gonna be twisting skeins and labeling like
no
Thursday and Friday before Rhinebeck?
Well, yesterday was a complex, weird day because it was pouring rain.
Yeah.
So I actually left work early on Friday because I was done, and it was sunny, and I thought, well, I'll go home And I did a little bit of dyeing on Friday afternoon because yesterday I knew it was going to be
Yeah.
a washout, and today I'm busy all day. So
Yeah.
I went to. Yesterday I thought, well, it's raining. I'm gonna label and skein and put things away in bags so that they're organized and take pictures and all that good stuff, because I have to take pictures of every single one to
Right.
put on my
Website.
pretend website. Not pretend. It's a very
Your
robust
soon
one.
to be website.
Right. And so, of course, I spent 2 hours with the stupid label printer because, of course, I turned my computer on. It's like, you need to download an update for your label software, which I did, and was fairly quick, and then it wouldn't print a thing. And then anyway, the joy of the weird computer things. The time sucks.
Oh yeah, no,
the time
it's a
suck
total
of this nonsense. Please stop updating things.
total.
It was printing fine before.
Yeah,
and
no,
it's printing
no,
fine
please do
now.
update, because I don't really want my system hacked. But like at the same time,
Label
wow.
makers. I mean, come on.
No, I know, but every time your computer system does a platform update, then all those apps have to update as well.
I guess so, but it's just annoying. Like, it's
I
one
know.
thing on the phone because that seems to do it seamlessly, but
Yeah.
on the computer,
it's
nothing
yeah,
is
it's
seamless.
just- no.
So anyway,
No.
so I lost 2 hours. So, but I was trying to gauge like how long is it going to take me to do this? Because
Right.
so yeah, but I have 1, 2, 3 to 4 weekends before Rhinebeck, and then I'm taking that whole week.
Okay.
Before Rhinebeck, which is really not a whole week because we're leaving
Because
Thursday.
we're leaving on Thursday.
To go down there. So there may be some last minute things.
I mean,
and I'm going to be gone one whole weekend in Maine, but I'm going to be making stitch markers.
I mean, if we have to be doing stuff, you know, Thursday night and Friday night, or
well, Thursday night we have a thing.
Well, but it only goes till 7, I think, or 8, maybe. So there's definitely plenty of time there.
Yeah.
If we need to, and
right now it's more I have like this running list because I think of something and then I wander off and then I think of it again and then I wander off and do something and then I forget something. I'm like, what was that great idea?
Right.
So I've started writing things down on my phone so that I can.
That's a good plan.
Signage and like little notes and this thing, and don't forget to bring the samples that you've been knitting all summer, like the random list of things. So anyway, yeah, it's all fun. We got the official, fill out your paperwork for Rhinebeck thing. So
good.
Yes, which prompted me into a whole nother New York State vending sales tax.
Oh, right, because you have to do the sales tax stuff over there, and Dutchess County has its own.
No, it doesn't, as it turns out.
Anymore.
Ulster County does, which is where India Untangled was, or Woolen Folk or whatever. So that's why I texted Michelle, and we were going back and forth for a minute. I was asking her. But you still, even though yarn is not taxed, it doesn't have a sales tax, you still have to register your business.
You're selling things. Okay, New York.
And then I have to file quarterly reports or whatever telling them that I sold yarn.
And didn't collect tax because it's not taxed.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, super fun.
Okay, cool.
Insurance, all kinds of exciting stuff.
Yeah.
The insurance thing I had taken care of, but
yeah.
So now I'm waiting for New York to send me this stupid number that
you don't really
need, but I need to put it on my bag form. So
right.
I had gone through this whole cycle where I was like, I don't need to collect sales tax, so I don't need to do this.
Right.
But then the paperwork came and it's like, you need this stupid sales number.
You need it anyway to show that you're set up as a business. And
I have a federal ID number. Why
no,
do I need?
I know.
It's all bullshit.
Well, because there's state registrations and things.
I get it. Also, I was going to bring some samples to sell, some older samples, but that counts as clothing, so I'm not.
Oh,
not
and
selling
clothing.
Clothing is taxed.
Taxed. Yeah.
Yes.
Good.
I've read quite a bit of that website. It's very well organized, but there's these links, and you go to one link, and it's like, you are leaving this page, and when you go to that, I'm like, okay, because I need to read this link, but then you can't
get back.
You have to do like a whole loop. Yeah. State software. It's awesome. Anyway.
That sounds like
that's
a little
what I've been doing for the last
microcosm into my
weeks.
Daily professional
exactly.
life. So,
right. Yes.
If you have any questions, let me know.
Well, I am licensed and I'm used to the licensing process as an architect and as a firm because we have to license
wherever
both.
You're doing work.
Well, not always. Every state has their own thing. So, but anyway, so I'm familiar with all of that. But it was it's a different thing.
It's a thing.
It's a different part of the government.
Yes. Well, as I've said before, whatever you need help with, let me know.
Yeah.
If
a
you need
lot
to
of
delegate
bouncing.
some stuff, I'm happy to do
I believe I've done what I need to do at the moment. So,
Perfect.
The harder part is that part of the website, but I'm just gonna, I don't know. Yeah.
And I think
But Shopify is pretty good about explaining what the choices are.
Yeah, Shopify, for it being a Canadian company, is quite good with U.S. tax stuff.
But it's all country tax stuff because people may sell anywhere around the world. So there's this laundry list.
Shopify's amazing in that regard.
Do I want to sell? Yes, I want to sell. And then afterwards I was like, no.
Why?
The answer is no, I do not want to.
Why did I select
I'm sorry,
that?
people who live elsewhere.
Yeah.
Yeah. So there's a few things that I have to turn on and off still.
Yeah. Awesome.
Which is why the website is still just lurking inside my places, but not out there in the world yet.
That's fine. It'll get there.
It will in the next 3 or 4 weeks.
It'll have to. So,
Yes.
So here we are.
Yeah.
Here we are. It's only been 2 weeks. What have we been up to? Last weekend was Labor Day in the United States. So we had, Jen and I both had 3-day weekends.
If you don't count Bobolink yarns.
Well, no, that's true. That's the story.
Both of us.
Story of my life.
Particularly me, because I spent 3 pretty solid days doing yarn stuff.
Yeah. I can't even remember what I did on that Monday.
We had dinner. We had a family get together, which was good. It was good to see my dad, and it was the last time we were all together last year.
So we, I went straight to baseball on Sunday when we got done.
Yeah, it was a beautiful day.
It was so
a lovely weekend,
beautiful.
Actually, even Monday got a little cloudy, but it was really Saturday. I think it rained some on Saturday as well. But
I can't remember what I did on Monday. I feel like there was something going on. I don't know.
Parades. I don't know. There wasn't much going on in the bigger world.
I don't know.
Well, there's a whole slew of.
Yeah, I know. Yeah.
But in the smaller, bigger local world.
I don't know.
Yeah.
Something. And then, back to work, which was.
For a 4-day week, it was a long 4-day week. And I left early on Friday, so I can't really
short
complain.
Weeks are kind of the worst, I think, at work, because you
don't have Monday to ease in.
You still do 5 days worth of work. It's just it gets crammed into 4 days.
And everybody's cranky.
And everybody's not happy. And Tuesday's dumb. And But we have started field hockey at my house. So we've got 2 practices under the belt for that.
Does she like it?
We'll see. After the first practice, she was ambivalent. Second practice, we've seen a little more
stick action.
A little like, oh, okay, this is kind of fun. So I think, anytime you're learning a new skill.
Well, plus field hockey, you think to yourself, how hard can this be? I just have to whack this ball with a stick. But I played field hockey for quite a few years in junior high and a little bit of high school, and it's got some complexity to it.
And it's pretty physical, and it's...
Yeah, there's a lot of running.
Yeah, which is fine for her. She
likes to run.
She does. So that
but there's coordination because you're trying to run and figure out where the ball is. And you're still carrying a stick.
I think...
It's not like you're just running like in soccer and the ball is big. It's like this tiny
I
ball
think in terms of her holding her interest, I feel like it's a sport that's complex enough that she would get really into it because it's like there's a lot going on. And that really sort of appeals to her sometimes.
Well, there's strategy and there's, all those games. Yeah. That's why I liked it.
So we'll see. We're just, we're trying it out. And
she's still little.
I know. I was like, of course you picked a sport that requires like extra equipment. Of course you did.
And that ball is hard when it hits your shoes, let me tell you. So
yeah. And my kids are obsessed with bags for their sports stuff. I don't know where they get it from.
I don't know a whole class of people that are obsessed with bags.
So there was a lot of back and forth about, I need a bag for my field hockey stuff. And initially it was like, no. And then when we realized,
Here's
like,
14 duffel bags. Pick one of these.
no, I know.
that
Well,
live in this closet.
We realized that we were setting up some carpool stuff,
Mm-hmm.
and she was going to have to take field hockey to school. Like, it's one thing if she's
Yeah.
living in my car.
Yeah.
But it's another thing if she's got to take it into school. And
She does need a bag,
so
clearly.
she did need a bag. We don't have one that would fit that kind of equipment. The closest is like a baseball bag
Yeah.
or softball bag, but those all have baseball and softball equipment in them. Some of them are still getting used.
Mm-hmm.
So I was like, fine, whatever, I don't care. Here's a bag for you, and and it does. It makes sense.
Yes.
Like proper storage for the equipment. It's like sized for the.
The good news
stick.
is now all the equipment has to live in that bag.
Yeah, oh,
it
yeah.
can't be spread across the living room.
and her mouth guard and it's
Yeah.
like it's all contained, which there's space for shoes and like it's just so much easier.
Yeah.
So much easier.
Mm-hmm. For a small amount of outlay.
And then she just she knows how to do the whole bag thing. So she gets out of the car and she puts her bag on and she's just off she goes. It's like,
Yeah.
oh, there you go.
Yes. Yeah.
But
I have to say, I don't remember I don't know why that made me think of this, but yesterday my sister and brother-in-law and I went to Costco for the first time in probably 15 years, maybe not
how
quite.
did that go?
Well, it was a Saturday, so
Okay.
we did make the executive decision that we were going to spend our day doing whatever we were doing and go late.
Okay.
Like we left the house at like 4, so it's probably a 45-minute drive to get there for us. So anyway, it was very busy, but once you're in that mindset, it's really fine. And the lines move really quickly. And it was just really like, it's funny how it's been all this time. And then you just slide right back in and you're like, oh, I do need that. Oh, I do need that. Oh, look at that. That's a good idea.
Yeah. I have an executive membership.
Oh, do you?
Which
yes, that's what Higgs bought.
I have for work because I don't know how much
it did occur to me we should buy paper for the store there. We should stuff.
Yes.
Yeah.
I buy checks. They're business checks. It's the best price around when you have the executive
Plus
membership.
Travel. All of a sudden I was
there's like all this other stuff.
I do need my own membership.
The upside to the executive membership is that you get in earlier now.
Yes, well, that was the only reason that my brother-in-law insisted on that and then of course we went at the end of the day on Saturday.
Right. The last time I went to Costco, I got there for like the 9 a.m. executive member. Like it was so I was in and out in like 40 minutes.
It's
it was amazing. I was like, this thing was worth all of the extra money.
Yeah, we were there, and there were, their household and my stuff. And so we were there, and again, it had been a long time, so we walked pretty much the entire store, except for the middle section. But we were there for like an hour and 20 minutes maybe, which I didn't think was bad, really, all things considered. And some of it was sort of note-taking for future buys or whatever. But it was, when I lived in Winooski, we all lived in, my sister and brother-in-law also lived in Winooski.
Right there.
I would run up in the evening. So I would go up, because they were open till 7, I would go up after work, and there was never anyone there. I mean, I would just be like in and out, and I would just get the 3 things that I needed, and I would not get incredibly distracted from. The problem is when there's lots of people, you do have to go slow, because you're being trying to, and then you're like,
and then you're like, what's that?
Oh, look at this. So that's,
wow.
I do need 150 of those.
Right.
This will last me the rest of my life, but yes, I need it.
It's a great place. I buy kid snacks up there.
Oh yeah.
And
I'm trying not to overeat,
things.
so I was like candy, Kit Kats, Reese's peanut butter cups, go away.
We kind of rotated, but people buy stuff up there. We stock our teachers' room with like snacks. The PTO does, and so that's also what I was up there right before school started. To do that. But it's an exercise in self-control, for sure, because it would be so easy to just be like, blah.
And the prices are there, but they're kind of
like, what does that even mean?
Look how cheap it is. Oh, that's the price per pound. Right. So the good thing that's different, not having been there for a long time, is there's a lot of organic food choices, and they're
There's a
not
lot
local.
of gluten-free stuff.
Yeah,
Like there's,
so I still want to make sure I support my local peeps, but
absolutely.
there's yeah. Anyway, it was an adventure yesterday. My niece was just like, "Why are you guys so excited about this?" I was like, "Because because we're old now."
Yeah.
And then we came home, and I was figuring out how much I owed them, and she's like, "Oh." Right. And Leslie's like, and I left this thing that you like there, and she's like, "Well, why didn't you get those?" And she's like, "You didn't want to come,
and
you
you were
didn't want to be part of it."
And, yeah. But the center part, which
I
you
know.
skipped.
Well, I wanted to go there, but we were running close.
No, I know.
So I was like, I do need some more sweatpants.
Yeah, like for that kind of stuff, like you can't beat their prices.
I know.
On things.
I used to buy all that kind of stuff there. So, and plus, you can at least look at it. Like when you're buying that stuff online,
it's hard.
You can't. You're like, I don't know.
I know. I walked away.
It says cotton, but is it really cotton?
I luckily for me, the couple of things that I eyeballed in the clothing section, like they didn't have my size, and I was like, all right.
Yeah, that is usually the case for me.
Not forcing this.
They do have a lot of extra small and smalls, which is fine, but that is not my size either. So that makes me focus my attention.
Right. Well, it was like
my eye doctor used to be there. I used to get all my glasses there. I used to do and tires.
Yeah, they do tires. Yeah. I've been looking at the travel stuff too, because it interests me. I haven't figured out if it's how much of a better deal it is than.
Yeah, I remember looking at it again. This was a long time ago when I used to have a membership. All right, that's not coming on. And for some reason at the time, also they were like prescribed trips, which was not my thing at the time. But now that I'm older, I'm like, oh look how easy that would be.
You can do airfare. Yeah. You can do cruise or like package things, but they also now offer individual stuff. But anyway.
So I came home thinking, well, I guess I need to re-up otherwise I have to wait until my sister wants to go every time. And actually it's easier for me to go from work than it is to drive all the way up there from home. So
yeah. There we go.
Honestly, we're just like in the wrong.
Yeah, I think we're just
like a focused.
Well, one of these days, I might just buy us a ring light to like put here, and then when the lights go out, it doesn't matter.
I have one that I was using to. It's a clip-on one though.
Yeah.
That I was using to take yarn pictures with yesterday. We could try it. It could clip onto the table.
Yeah, or it could.
I don't think it will clip on to something. I
think we can clip it onto the behind the.
It's small. It's a little one.
Yeah, but I think.
But it puts out quite a bit of light.
Yeah, we should try it.
Okay.
We'll figure we could.
Well, we can see it wasn't that expensive.
Yeah, no.
I bought it for something at work actually, and then it wasn't working the way I wanted it to. It was too bright, so.
Yeah. If only Costco sold stuff like that.
Well. Yes. I actually was hopeful that they would have Dymo labels there because that's the other. Oh. You'll listen to the outtakes and maybe you'll hear my exciting story about label makers. But I bought them on Amazon. But
I was going to say we should check the app for Costco because there's stuff that you can order online from Costco that they don't have in warehouse.
Yeah, I needed them quickly.
Right, no, I know.
Yeah,
I feel like that's the type of thing that if they have it, it would be.
Well, I thought, I'm wondering. You never know because they have stuff, but they did not seem to have that there last night.
Actually, let's look. Now I'm curious.
Well, I think we should probably go. I know you have more time than you thought we did.
Yeah. No, we should. All right, we'll look.
We
later.
can look afterwards.
We'll look later. All right, let's go. Ready?
Yes.